Welcome. Come, sit down, have a rest. With me, Silent Despair, your host, GreyShamrock, and Foster the Canadian. Enjoy.
Featuring a little mouse.
Yeah, I'll be right back, guys.
What?
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 I think he shit himself. I've had that effect on people.
Yeah. So, that's interesting.
What?
Oh, I'm both terrified
You okay?
and confused now. Thanks for that, Silent. Drinking a Beaver Buzz. This podcast sponsored by Beaver Buzz. Not really, but you know, Beaver Buzz Energy, Double D Energy. That's what the company that owns Beaver Buzz.
Double D Energy coming to stores near you sometime in the near
It's
future.
Tittergy.
Get it, Double D Energy. It makes so much sense. Double D. It's like double the energy, but it's also like boobs.
Tittergy.
Valentine's Day.
Women
Valentine's
Day.
Day. Featuring Beaver Buzz.
All right. So, welcome back to today's podcast. It is Saturday, the February 15th, day after Valentine's Day of
Yep.
2015.
It is Valentine's Day.
No, you're going to ruin the illusion.
Whenever this goes outside.
What, the illusion of the fourth wall? There is no wall. There's only
I
four.
hope this is going to be the very first upload on SoundCloud. SoundCloud has a better uploading system, I think, because it shows you how much data has actually been uploaded, not how much has been rendered, and then how much has actually been uploaded. It just shows you how much has been rendered and uploaded so far. So I like that. But yeah, it will be released on both YouTube and SoundCloud, so you don't have to worry about that. But how have you both been, Foster and Silent?
I've been good. You know,
I've
I've
been
been
drinking.
working hard on my YouTube videos. Silent has been a little slap happy lately.
All right.
Shit.
Yeah.
Drinking.
So, this is I'm back. I'm older.
Yeah, a week older to be exact.
Yeah.
We were gonna do the podcast last weekend, but a co-host that's not a surprise of who it is exactly. That's returning from about how many months? About 5, 6.
5 and a 5.
Is supposed to be returning, but he dropped his mic. His mic broke, so he dropped.
Why'd he do that?
Because he really didn't want to be in the podcast.
Yeah, what I was speculating was
He's
he
like,
literally
"Oh, I'm
dropped.
so
He didn't
sorry."
only. Yeah, he didn't just only drop from the podcast. He also dropped his mic. And be like, "Oh, sorry, can't do it."
Yeah, wouldn't that be
But,
hilarious though if like on stage like a rapper like drops the mic and then he's like, "Oh no, that was my only mic.
Justin Bieber.
Why'd I do that?"
Yeah, but he did say he should be getting a Blue Yeti within a week or two, so that should be pretty interesting to
Good microphones.
see. Yeah, it is a good microphone.
I'm sure you got the purple Sasquatch.
Ah, purple Sasquatch.
I like that. So what's on today's topic list exactly?
Oh, today's topic list. We've got a few things. We could touch on the Olympics if we want, but there's also, there's a lot of new stuff going out. We've got series returning in The Walking Dead. We've got House of Cards Season 2. We have, what's that holiday that is happening? That one?
Lincoln's birthday.
That one. I got stories for that. So, yeah, we could
Is there a
start.
story about Lincoln's birthday?
Oh, I got one.
Go ahead.
I haven't shaved since Lincoln's birthday, and now it's been a year.
Oh my God, you got to do a video with your face on it.
Oh man, I've been planning on doing maybe like a Q&A. A lot of my subscribers now, I haven't done a vlog in so long that a lot of my new subscribers have no idea what I look like, which I find weird because my subscribers have always known what I look like, and now I'm like doing a millionth face reveal. It's like I've done so many reveals already. It's not really a reveal, but a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh man, you don't look like how you sound."
Yeah, you don't. Whenever I first saw you.
I know. I don't look like how I sound. I've got a massive beard now that basically, you know in cartoons where there's like a naked lady and her hair covers her nipples? My beard does that.
Okay.
All three of them?
All three of them.
You should do a Q&A. You should
Naked?
do a Q&A.
No, get out of here.
No, with your beard. You should do a Q&A.
I should ask my beard questions.
No, I
beard
just
and
mean
A.
Q&A. Yeah,
Beards only.
well done. So how about you? You know what? Let's go ahead and get used to.
Actually,
the...
hold on. I had an idea. What if I was throwing around ideas? Maybe I could turn it into a series where instead of Foster's Q&A, Foster answers questions, FAQ, like frequently asked questions, but it would be Foster answers questions.
Dude, do it.
Good ideas.
You better do it.
I will do it.
Now that you've done it, you better actually do it because that's actually pretty brilliant. Fact. I would like to see a series about facts. Foster answers questions. Fact.
Yeah.
Welcome back to What the Fact.
Fact.
What the Foster answers questions. Welcome back. Anyway, so I got a question for both of you to go ahead and start out the podcast with some comedy, but also with just some thinking here. You guys ready for it?
I am.
We're mind blown. So we've all seen like North Korea and that kind of propaganda, like Kim Jong-un or Il, shooting 18 under par, which is pretty ridiculous for a first timer. The guy that's ever first played golf ever had a perfect run. But
it's like that Mr. Burns episode of The Simpsons where he's like Smithers is going out and taking
picking up the golf. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Cananero. Whoa.
It can be from that kind of propaganda to we're the only country alive now and it's really closed off kind, or just something drastic and stupid. If you were able to spread around any type of propaganda, your choice of what propaganda you want, you get to create it, and it's completely. It's completely around the people. The people have to believe it. What would the propaganda be?
Abraham Lincoln's Canadian.
Oh, come on, man. You got to take that from us. He freed the slaves here in America, and you got to take that from us? I see how this
where did the...
You don't want an American
Canada
to
was
free
freeing
the slaves
before Lincoln.
You don't like... Okay, so you didn't... Okay, so you don't like people freeing slaves. I see how that is.
I'm saying
what about you, Silent?
Only Canadians can free slaves.
How offensive can I be?
Oh, you can be as offensive as
you want. Stop. No religion
as offensive as you want. The question is whether or not...
I'm not editing this. I'm not editing this.
Oh.
I'm just going to cut the podcast up because you are not making me edit this sometime in 51 minutes into the podcast. No. So whatever you say is what you say, Silent. No religion. And for you, Foster, no black people, all right?
I already included black people. The freedom of black people, because I am Canadian. Hey, I had a black great-grandpa. I have a black nephew, too, so there. I'm all sorts of black. I'm so black I'm purple.
Don't say that.
I heard a black guy say that once. I love it.
All right. Silent, you were going to say?
I don't know. It's really hard not to be offensive.
Oh, shit.
Try to include Mr. Peanut some way.
Oh, God. I would hate those fat white guys with monocles to come around. I would spread propaganda that those guys cause cancer. That's just my process of thoughts here. I already got mine. All
right, you go for it. Well, Silent thinks of something that isn't, that
isn't too offensive.
Yeah.
I would spread around propaganda across the entire internet that I'm the only podcaster. I'm the only one that has a successful podcast, the best channel on YouTube, and the only channel on YouTube, so you can only watch me. And I'm also I also know best, so that's my propaganda.
Wow, yours is pretty selfish. I mean, mine wasn't about me, but whatever.
Yeah, it was about stopping Abraham Lincoln from freeing all those slaves. I know.
No, it was that Abraham Lincoln was secretly Canadian. How does that stop him?
Well, I'm just saying, because if he was Canadian, he couldn't have been the U.S. president if he was in Canada, so he couldn't have freed those slaves. I see your thought process here, Foster. I see it.
Damn it! I was thinking of one, but it would just be true, so it wouldn't be fake.
Oh man!
Damn it!
What is it? I'm kind of interested now.
It's too true. I can't say it. Because it wouldn't be propaganda. Propagandas are lies.
Oh.
Like my YouTube channel.
Your YouTube channel is lies?
Yeah!
It's a web of lies. Don't believe it.
Let me tell you, it is. Because I just, 30 minutes ago, I tried recording a new series on Minecraft, and I couldn't. I just couldn't. It was too difficult. I just couldn't. It was too damn difficult. I have to have someone else in it, in order to make it fun for me now.
No,
It's just no.
Actually, something interesting about that is a lot of people say that, dual comms are a lot easier because then you don't have to constantly keep thinking about something to say. You got another person to bounce a conversation off of.
Yeah.
I actually find it easier to do it by myself because I control the flow of conversation.
Oh, I
Yeah,
get it.
but then it just because you constantly have to keep thinking.
Well, for me, it's kind of natural because I talk to myself all the time anyway. So it's just like, hey, this time I'm recording.
Yeah, people
I got
don't
it,
realize.
I got it.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
It'll be a acceptable greeting to punch someone in the face.
And they have to do this. All right.
It's
I
like
it.
I can picture like someone running for president and that he starts that trend.
Punch all the babies.
Oh man! And
This
the
is
mother starts
Tiffany, the baby. Hi, Tiffany.
Guy, he just punched my baby.
The proof they punch my baby. That baby will wear that black eye on her.
See, I would like to spread the propaganda as well that like really propaganda isn't real. I would like to spread that.
This isn't real. Don't believe it. Don't believe anything I say. Everything I say is a lie, except for that. Okay, that actually wasn't a lie. I'm sorry.
Oh, I've got one that's better. Can I get rid of the Lincoln thing?
Sure.
Propaganda.
Oh,
Here it
shit.
is. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Half-Life 3 is real. Not like it's a real game. Real life is Half-Life 3. What we exist in is actually a creation of Gabe Newell.
Oh. I already thought that,
What?
but I guess.
So now
it's
we're learning
not
that you're a
true.
crazy person.
Dude, you're a crazy person because you just thought about it. What are you talking about? Gabe Newell wouldn't like you, man. So it's your fault. And I'm typing. My apologies. I'm just signing it to something important.
Can't you move your keyboard away from your mic?
I put it down on my lap.
There you go. I've got mine in a drawer.
I don't think. Propaganda at its finest here. I would. You know what? I'd like the sport thing though. I like how Kim Jong. Am I right? Kim Jong Un of North Korea. Am I right there?
It was
Is that
it was his dad Eel that had the golf thing.
really? I thought it was this guy because he played for
dad
the
wasn't
first
Eel,
time
and his mother
ever.
didn't
Got
know any
18 out of
better.
par. So.
Well, maybe he did too, but his dad definitely Kim Jong Il was definitely the guy that was known for that. Now maybe he's like he passed it on genetically. Look how good I am too.
Yep. See, I kind of find that sad. It's just so goddamn sad just to see. I mean, like they literally think he is Jesus Christ.
I don't think they literally think that.
No, that is the propaganda there. They think he is a son of God. He is a prophet. Not only a prophet, but the son of God.
But not Thor. Thor's cooler.
Wait, so Kim Jong Il was God?
That's what they were supposed to believe. That's
Well,
what they
then,
are
what about-
believing. Now.
What about shoot? I always forget what Kim Jong Il's dad's name was. He was
Penis.
before that. No, was it Kim Jong Kook or Kim Jong?
Is Kim Jong? Why haven't we blown up that country yet?
Yep, sounds about right. I don't like them.
No. Kim Jong. I typed in Kim Jong.
Oh, I know. They
Jong
don't have
and
any
Kim Jong.
oil.
You guys might like this. I was typing in Kim Jong Il, Kim Jong Un, and then one of the first ones that popped up was Kim Jong Kook. So I said that Kim Jong Kook is a South Korean singer. So he is the father of Kim Jong Il. I didn't know that.
Or Kim's Jong. Now you made him look bad.
Hey, I will say this. I love South Korea. I want that on record. South Korea, you guys are awesome. I had a bunch.
Because you're white. It's a good tan of white, I guess. It's yellow.
What?
Close enough.
Whoa, cannon arrow. Whoa.
We actually, when I was in elementary school, we had kids from South Korea come over in an exchange program, and we learned a lot about South Korean culture, and it was actually really an interesting experience. They came over, they made fun of us for our math skill, but it was cool. He actually gave me, one of my friends that came from South Korea, made friends with him, he gave me a really great piece of advice that I think of to this day.
What?
And,
What was it?
there was this kid named Nico. He's the same kid that smashed up my mouth while playing hockey.
Nico.
Your
You
mouth?
said-
Oh, yeah, you told that story. You have.
Yeah, but this was Thanksgiving Day, and there was like this thing going on at the school.
You poisoned his meal.
No, I didn't poison the meal. But he
Did you
was
punch him in the taint?
there were talks going about how he planned on getting some friends together and kicking my ass. And I walked up to my South Korean friend and I said, "Hey, look, he's gonna start trying to fight me. I need your help. Can you please help me?" And he looked at me, very stern look, and he said, "Andy, you're bigger than him. You go kick his ass." And for whatever reason, that resonated with me as like a 12-year-old. And I'm like, I am bigger. I am bigger than him.
Thank you, Asian man.
And he proceeded to punch him in the taint.
Foster,
I literally
Oh my
bowed.
God.
I literally bowed and said thank you. And
I'm sure he was like, he must have been a Vulcan to you at that time. Am I right?
it was like this really
Did he put his hand on your shoulder?
wise kid. But in
I
reality, he just said, "You're bigger than him."
You are bigger than him. Act like it, dumbass.
But
He
fine,
just
it
went
Did a
off and
light
kicked his
shine
ass.
from behind him?
It was like
Yeah, exactly.
me. It was like
Foster, was he really planning to kick your ass? And what happened? Did you actually go
he
kick
actually
his
started.
ass?
My sister was there, and he started to beat up my sister, who's like 3 years younger than him.
Oh, come on, man. That's not okay.
What, you didn't save
beat
your
his
sister?
ass.
No,
Come on. You
so
don't go
I
after
see
beat
that
your sister.
happening. So I run up, and it was raining outside. The
You
grass.
took him by the neck and you just smashed him to the ground. Am I right?
The kids were outside, and there were like some parents and teachers inside or whatever. The kids were outside because fun.
Fuck those teachers. I'm still gonna kick his ass.
So I went outside because I heard that he was there, and he was beating up my sister. So I ran out there, and the grass was really slippery, and
Fucking trip.
I've got, I guess, a really good center of gravity, so I wasn't slipping easy. So I grab him, and I basically curled him down the grass. I slid him all the way across the grass, and he got really pissed off. He got grass stains on his freaking pants and everything. So
Good. I hope so.
he ran at me.
Uh-huh.
And,
Punched him in the deck.
no, he ran at me, and I just clocked him.
And
Ran into the bathroom crying. He comes out not too much longer, and it's like really stormy out. There's thunder and everything.
dude, okay, so first off, Foster,
Hey, don't interrupt
this has
the
changed.
story.
Hold on. Let me
changed.
chime in here. It's changed. The story has changed from a nice day where he was talking about it, and you went to this Asian kid for advice, to a dark and stormy night where you went to an Asian night in the mountains. You went to a sorcerer in the mountains looking for advice, seeking
I
advice.
said exactly what happened. It was a South Korean exchange student. It was Thanksgiving Day. School.
Answer is simple. Go out there.
And
You are bigger. All right. Go on. So he got really pissed, came outside.
Climax. You just cut it at the head. Man.
You went outside.
No, we were outside. The kids were outside because.
He came back outside. Go ahead.
Oh, so he ran inside after I hit him, right? And he was pretty pissed off. I think his nose started to bleed a little bit. His friends were in there, and they were like cleaning up his face.
Damn, Foster. He has like a boxing crew over there, and you're just like a one-man army.
face?
Go on. I'm sorry.
I mean, I was bigger than him, so I guess.
Yeah, you
So,
fucking
it
kick his
was
ass and
kinda
fuck him if you want. You're dominant.
I was talking to my sister, and she was like laughing because she thought it was funny that she was getting in a fight with him. And I'm like, "You are little terror. You're gonna get me killed." And it's kind of it's thundery a little bit, but it's raining pretty hard. The grass is slippery, like I said. He runs out of the bathroom. He runs outside, and he sees me again, and he starts screaming like he was gonna turn Super Saiyan or something. He starts charging at me with his arm out, and he tries to clothesline me. He hits me in the chest. I don't move, but he slips on his ass. And then they said, I don't remember what happened after this, but they said it was like they woke up Godzilla. I just screamed at the sky, picked him up, and I just threw him. Like I picked him up and I threw.
Oh my god.
And then he smashed my sister's head on the cement, and that's when I got pretty pissed off, and I was gonna.
Stabbed him 36 times in the chest.
No, I was actually.
Holy shit, Simon. That's not how you fight.
I was running over to him, but then like.
Might not be how you
started to
fight.
come out and ask what was going on?
Okay, well, alright. Well played, Simon. Well played. It's not how I fight. Alright. Oh, man. Nico, you are fucking up. What is wrong with you, Nico? I am your cousin. What are you doing? So, alright, Foster got pretty pissed, went over to him, and
I said, well, you guys were talking. I said that I was like when I saw that I was running over to him, and then teachers started to come out. Like
Oh.
I'm actually pretty glad that they came out because I don't know if maybe I would have took things a little too far. But I mean,
Yeah, you would.
freaking, you're hurting my sister who's 3 years younger than you.
Yeah, he's fucked up. Fuck that.
But an asshole. Of course, I'm gonna go kick his ass. And I'm not a violent person. I always go for non-violent measures before violent ones. But that was too far. You start hurting a girl who's 3 years younger than you.
Yeah, and has no gravity to the situation, and then you're randomly beating up on her. Like, what the fuck's your problem?
That and it still pisses me off right now. But I'm glad.
See, I like that though. I like how you took it, and like in today's point, that is. I mean, I still would have done the same thing, even at this age. That is, I would have still kicked the kid's ass. But even if he was 12, I like that though. You know, what I do is much different from what you do, because I cross a couple lines, and then I go for peaceful measures. I'm like, look, man, your mom's a fucking bitch, and your dad's a hoe, so fuck you. And then I'm like, oh, but don't worry about it, man.
Well, I
It's
knew it
okay.
was bad because when the teachers came out, like, my sister was still antagonizing him. Like, she didn't care that she just had her head smashed on the cement. And she's like, hey, Nico, you look like a baby face. And then she
Yo,
looked
you
at
look like a
me, and I
Sister
was like,
sucks
shut
at
up.
insults.
Shut up, what are you
She
doing?
called him a scrotal dick.
She was calling him some names and trying to, like, get him to fight again. And I was like, oh, she is trying to get me to fight him.
And you should have. You should have kicked the
Dance,
kid's
monkeys,
Now,
dance.
there were teachers out there, like, they would have intervened before anything.
ass. Oh, don't be a bitch. You go fight him. You mess him up.
I know, I wouldn't have been able to. There were teachers there, dude. Like, they
You should
would
walk
have
up to him
definitely
and tore his
intervened.
carotid artery out with your teeth.
Silent. That's not what 12-year-olds do in a fight.
I'll
That's what I
touch
did
this
when I
up,
was 12 in a fight.
a year and a half later, same guy smashes my
Shut
face
your
in with a hockey
face.
stick. So
And what? Let me ask you. This whole entire feud, what did it get started over? Like, cause
he was just an asshole. He was just like an asshole who thought he was better than everyone. And me, I was a class clown. Class clown versus asshole. What do you think? This is
no,
of
it's
course
yeah,
there's
your
gonna be
life better.
a fight going. I was a smartass.
like-
I was a little kid with a large vocabulary. Of course, he's going to be like, time to fight.
Well, see, what happened like after that event in hockey? What happened after the event of hockey?
It sucked because it was. I was so excited that I was so excited because I was going to be playing hockey, and then I was being introduced to the players, and I'm like, oh no, that's Nico? Nico's a defenseman.
Oh, that's Nico.
This-
He's a defenseman.
Ah, crap. So I tried to put bygones, behind us, and I went up to him, said, hey, we're teammates
Hey,
now. I
Nico.
hope this can be a new start. All that kind of stuff. He seemed into it. He was like, yeah, cool. He even shared like a licorice candy with me that had like sugar on the inside. It was like it was like for a 13-year-old, that was like this big moment. Like, he shared his licorice with me, dude. But then he's ended up still harboring bad feelings and smashed my face. And
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, did you fuck him up after, like, any time after that, or what?
no, because at that point, I was, I guess, starting to become more mature, and I'm like, look, I'm not gonna risk playing hockey by trying to fight with this guy. I just want to play.
Mhm.
I don't care about any little things. I mean, he's not fighting my sister; he's fighting me. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, but here's where you fucked up. You didn't kick his ass after that one more time. You should have kicked his ass one more time, but then again, you're more mature than I am, so maybe that's true. But what I would have done, which is entirely me and no one else here, I mean, obviously you can do what I wanted to do. I would have kicked his ass one more time, and then I would have set the score and like, Nico, you are a second-class citizen. Listen to me like I am your father's wife, I associate Nico with like a Russian or a European immigrant that's of a second-class citizen. That's kind of a peasant, really, but really has no say in.
He broke my Pokemon Gold.
And really, that guy's a fucking dickwad.
Yeah.
But he really can't speak English very well. That's the Nico I'm thinking of.
Now, think of a kid who's 4 feet tall and does nothing but skateboard all day.
See, so
Douchebag?
you put an image in my head that I was expecting.
He wasn't really
Pretty
4
short
feet
kid.
tall, but he was short.
Pretty short. Yeah, he was
He was
pretty
a
short. Yeah, he was a douchebag. Silent, exactly. Silent says it well, just as Silent fights well. And I messed up my segue. Holy fuck! God damn it! Segue. Olympic sports. Have you
Yeah!
guys been watching it?
I've been watching.
That was a
I've been
shitty
Olympics.
segue.
And
Yeah.
they've actually had some pretty good moments so far.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been watching the USA versus Canada women's hockey game was one of the best hockey games that I've seen in a long time. It was good. It was like a lot of people trash women's sports, but when it comes to Olympic hockey, you're seeing truly crafted athletes who are the best of the best, and it's always fun to see that, especially US versus Canada. There's a huge rivalry there. It came right down to the line, 1-goal victory. It was
Whoa.
incredibly entertaining. Had a lot of fun watching that. So far,
Silent,
that's
go ahead.
that's the highlight of my Olympics so far.
Awesome. Silent, you've been watching it as well?
Hell no.
Hell no?
Hell no.
Oh, all right.
Well, his country isn't in the Olympics. There's no representation of the moon.
Well, right, but I'm kind of with Silent on the same boat here. I haven't been watching it much. I have been keeping up with the highlights though, and knowing you liking hockey, I was expecting a topic on hockey. So,
Yeah.
and what would a podcast be?
Talk about Alex Bilodeau. He's
Go ahead.
He's probably my favorite Canadian athlete who isn't a hockey player.
See, how do you spell his name? I'm gonna Google him so that way I can talk about him.
AlexBilodeau. Now he does the men's moguls like downhill skiing thing, and he won the first gold on home territory back in 2010 Vancouver Olympics, and he's one of the most talented athletes out there. He has a brother who has cerebral palsy it's just like all the most mushy, heartwarming storylines put into one, and it's cool to see him win back-to-back gold. He's the first to ever win back-to-back gold at that event. So that's really cool. It's special to watch him.
See, I'm looking at this article about him on CBC.Canada, that is, and I like how they reference Russian athletes aren't as self-confident as Canadian athletes.
Well, I mean, it's because they've had a few bad Olympics in a row. Russia has had a lot of shortcomings. They're doing a lot better this year, though, on home territory.
See, they used to be like Canada, well, really the Soviet Union, that is, back in the 80s and very early 90s, dominant. 91. They were extremely dominant in two sports I know for sure. Of course, hockey and basketball. Basketball, even to be fair, Yugoslavia couldn't beat them. The Celtics couldn't beat them. Go ahead.
The Russian league back then was allowed in the Olympics, but the NHL players weren't. So that's how dominant at hockey, because NHL players, that means the best of Americans and the best Canadians weren't allowed to play in the Olympics.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. And whenever we got the dream team together, or no, not even, whenever we allowed college athletes to go in, we shat on them, man. We took their trophies away from them. Yeah. That's how badass we were.
I mean, you look at now that NHL players are allowed in the Olympics, Canada's won 2 gold medals and a silver out of the 4 Olympics.
Yeah, the sad thing though is the gold is like it has to have 6 grams of actual pure gold in it. So
I think it's more sentimentality than value anyway.
It definitely. Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying the last pure gold medal was actually given back out in the early 50s, I think, maybe somewhere around there. But yeah, it's basically sentimental. And just to say you got a gold medal is already a big deal. I'm not the sporty type. I used to play a lot of basketball. Most recently, I've been on a couple teams. But I've never really been the type where I've been dedicated to it and wanting to go like as far as the Olympics, because I was watching this one video about the Olympics, and I'm sure both of you already knew this, but those athletes don't just start whenever they're 18 and decide to go join a gym. Those guys have been training since they could walk. So
yeah.
Like if you started, like there's this statistic from I believe it was CBC. That people who start after the age of 10 are severely disadvantaged because they just have that that decade of skill is not there already.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, especially with hockey players. I mean, a lot of hockey players knew how to skate before they could walk.
That's
But
amazing. Yeah,
it's
see,
so early
shifting their
that they
weight
learn
is
that.
also shifting their weight is also like a big part of it because I remember you mentioned that they're probably even more fit than football players because it's a lot of shifting your weight. It's not like
Yeah.
walking, obviously. It's a lot of shifting weight, stopping whenever you want to actually stop. So everyone can run a mile, but it's a bit difficult to play a full entire 20 minutes of hockey straight. So
Yeah, and there are defensemen in the Olympics that are playing, 30 minutes of Olympic
I feel
hockey.
I feel bad for those guys, but then again, they're doing two things they enjoy. So
Yeah, they love it. You ask
yeah.
any hockey player if they want more ice time, they're going to say yes, please. They're not going to say no.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool thing as well. I mean, just to see like the top physical condition athletes right next to the International Olympics, which I don't know what like it's just the Olympics or something or
Uh,
'cause
well, I mean, there's different like there's the Commonwealth Games, and then there's the
there's the Winter
Worlds,
Olympics at Sochi right now. There's the World Olympics, right?
Summer Olympics. There's a lot of different
Like it was like
events.
Beijing was back in 2008. There was the most recent one in 2012.
Yeah,
Whatever that one is. It's
London.
amazing. Yeah, in London. Thank you. It's amazing just to see like the top competitors, face off with each other because I actually know a guy that him and I are okay friends, but he actually was one away. If he didn't get fourth place, I mean, if he got third place instead he got fourth place, obviously, then he would have gone off to the Olympics, to the
Wow.
international, I guess, Summer Olympics, and he's been
Like even
training since
just
he was
attending
7.
that's
Yeah,
huge.
yeah, definitely. Just being able to say, I was close to getting into the Olympics
Yeah.
is a big deal because you're more fit than everyone else that's behind
You
you.
know who has a better time than anyone at the Olympics is the guy who has a day job that worked hard, shows up at the Olympics, and then gets a bronze. That guy has the best time because there have been stories about like a guy who has a day job in an office and everything, and he's a
Just got
speed
bored one
racer
day.
in his off time. It's what he's passionate about. It's his hobby. Shows up, wins a bronze medal, and then he goes back to the office like nothing. And he's like, "Hey guys, check this out." Third in the
Yeah, it's
world.
still a big deal, even if
It's
it's
a
a
huge
fun.
deal. That guy has a lot
Yeah,
more fun than the dude who trains for years and years and years, does nothing but that sport and wins the silver.
yeah. I definitely see that because it's also like a shock value as
Yeah.
well. Just to think.
I mean, imagine
Um,
you go into you go into a superstore and then one of the guys working there, he's like, "Hey, I want a bronze medal." You're like, "What?"
give this guy a promotion. Why,
Yeah.
sir? He can run fast. He can.
Have
He's
them help
faster
those
than
people
the
out
than the
with
pickup
their
trucks.
bags to their car. Let's see them speed run that.
Exactly. Silent, are you still here?
Nope.
Yeah, we
Okay.
started talking about Olympics. He checked out.
Yeah, I was afraid Silent left us, like just walked
We should
away.
probably change the subject though.
Yeah,
This is a
definitely.
lot of Olympic talk.
So Silent, I got a couple choices for you here. Do you want to do Borderlands 2 DLC? Their final DLC is coming out soon. House of Cards Season 2, or the Walking Dead series is coming back to life.
It's
Or see what I did there? Back to life. See, Walking Dead,
I don't
zombies.
get it.
Anyway, or do you want to talk about what was the other Titanfall? Which one?
Let's see. I'm bored as hell of zombies, so I quit watching The Walking Dead. I haven't seen House of Cards.
Definitely recommend.
I
it.
haven't played a Borderlands 2 DLC since Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep. And what was the last one?
Titanfall.
I don't know.
We don't have to talk about Titanfall. Me and Foster were talking about this, and the developer already has a pretty big following. And like, let's talk about that. Is the developer having a big following already? Like, the hype train has already been started for a while. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, really? I mean, you have a fan
Well, I
base
think it's a good
that's
thing from a
supporting
marketing
you.
standpoint. You know
Yeah,
that the game's going to be a success from that.
Well, no. What I mean is, they're expecting what they want to expect from the old developer that created, in this case, it's Respawn, the people from the good Infinity Ward, the people that created COD 4. But, is it a good thing to have this fan base that is expecting something from you already? Or is it good just to come up from the ground like Mojang did and, pretty much define yourself over? And that sounds a bit, lopsided, like I worded it differently, but that's just how it is.
Well,
you
I
know what
mean, you're also taking the biggest success story from a company that has just shown up out of nowhere. There are tons of companies that show up out of nowhere, and then a year later, they're gone. They're out. They didn't have that following. They didn't have that build-up. And even though they made good games, they're gone now. So
Yeah, but
it's
It's just also it's just as deadly whenever you do make that game. You do have that following, but you're also plagued by them not liking it. Them
Yeah, I mean,
expecting
we
something
were
else.
talking about this earlier, and I said that not only do you have a lot of people who buy the game, you also have more eyes looking for the flaws of the game.
Exactly. Silent Foster. How many times have you guys expected a good game or just a good DLC even from a good
Fable.
developer?
A Brink.
Oh God,
Brink.
Brink!
Good
You were
example.
so excited for
Amazing.
Brink.
It looked so good, and that's some good stuff about it. That it came out, and it was just the
Yeah.
worst thing.
I never
Brink had a
played
lot
it,
of
but I
hype
heard
behind
a
it.
lot about it. I saw a lot of videos about it. What was wrong with actually playing it? Like, what was actually wrong with the playability?
It was first off, the AI were fucking ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
They would take you out from across the map with anything.
Oh man.
The weapons just didn't make any sense. The whole moving around the map and sliding over thing was slow and sluggish.
Mm-hmm.
It was just
Did they balance multiplayer all right? Because I know that was a big
No.
deal. No.
No.
So it was like the iPod. You can just pull up an iPod or an iPhone and just go and act like another person.
it was bad.
It was also I didn't play it, but from what I hear, it was plagued with all kinds of bugs and glitches. The audio would cut out for
Yep.
people. It was
Battlefield.
no, this
Battlefield does
this
it
would be people. You can watch videos online where the audio will stop, and then the guy will be like, "Is this my recording?" And then he'll see other people going, "Hey, how come there's no audio?" It would stop for a server. The whole server would be like, "No audio." How does that happen?
See, that's bad right there. Because Battlefield is just client issue, but
How
that's
did that
bad.
happen? I don't understand
They-
how a server loses audio.
Yeah, they made a second one, right? A second Brink.
No,
No.
but they are making a second break. somehow.
They are? What?
Eh.
When?
They're
Who
ma-
said
well,
that?
I'll link you guys. Hold on. I'll find it.
From what I
Like a
hear,
month or
Brink
so.
2 is still technically being made. I don't know if they're going to finish it, but there was talk about it, and they never officially canned it.
What the hell?
They wanted to make it a trilogy originally. I don't know if they'll ever release Brink 2, but right now there kind of is a Brink 2 being made.
Oh, have you seen the stuff about the Elder Scrolls Online PvP?
What about it?
If your faction controls the capital and you're the best person on your faction, you're the emperor.
Oh.
Huh. That's pretty interesting.
Real quick, does Bethesda make Brink? Popping up Brink and
Well, no,
Bethesda.
they're the publisher.
Publisher, thank you.
I mean, look, I have Brink right here. Splash damage.
Well,
It's
1986 Bethesda.
basically Splash damage is the part of Bethesda that makes the shit games.
Yeah, did they make Rogue Warrior?
Yes,
Uh,
they're the ones that make the games. There you go. Okay, and then you get it, and you're like, the fuck.
yeah.
See, I really
Bethesda
can't wait.
that has started
Elder
to get
Scrolls
better. The part that made Dishonored.
Dishonored. Yeah, that game was pretty good. I liked the outline of it really. It was if you killed someone, you could kill someone. It was up to you, but it would increasingly make the city dirty. I like that.
Yeah.
It forces you to pretty much refrain because obviously he was accused of an assassination,
Killing the
and
queen.
he was trying to of a what?
Killing the queen.
Yes, thank you, an assassination. And so it's kind of ironic if you're murdering people to prove your innocence. So,
Arcane, Arcane Studios.
Arcane Studios, interesting. So, are they working on Elder Scrolls Online, or is that someone
No.
else?
No.
Good. Because
Well, I mean, either
either
is
way.
Bethesda.
That's it is Bethesda. It's ZeniMax Online that's making the Elder Scrolls Online.
Yes, thank you. Because I am I don't like to get hyped about games that are a few years apart unless it's a real major game, because it's just a part of the hype. I want to be able to focus on other things than that. But when is Elder Scrolls set to release? Anytime
Spring.
soon? Spring.
April 4th.
So yeah, it's almost here.
That's extremely soon.
April
That
4th is the release date.
If Elder Scrolls Online is bad, if it's mediocre, I'll enjoy it just because it's Elder Scrolls. But if it's plain bad, my heart will break.
No, they couldn't. Because when did they start development of it?
Oh man,
5 years ago?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
this has been in the works for a while. I think 2010 was when they were really. That's when they officially started it. Although I'm sure they had assets before then. So yeah, let's hope that it's good.
Yeah, I'm sure it was good. I mean, at the same time,
I don't. Have
we've
you
seen
heard the
what Tom
people
Clancy has
reviewing it so
done.
far? People are talking about being in the beta and that it's not that great. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
See, link me to that. I want to hear more about it. But at the same time, reviews are a big deal, especially from beta testers.
It is beta.
But
I just keep saying that it is beta. So when
see,
they're
that's a comfort blanket though. You can't
Yeah.
say it's beta because beta is only one level. Well, technically a 1.5 levels. That is, it still has to go through dev phase. But beta is just one level away. There's not that much to change except for bugs, except for sounds, etc. It's the base of the game and the building blocks of it are pretty much set. They're refining it. Alpha, that's different. If it was an alpha and people were saying it's shit,
yeah, well, look at
it's an
Battlefield
alpha.
3
Give it a
beta.
break.
Look at the difference between Battlefield 3 when
Battle-
it was released and the beta.
First off, okay, did you play it on
We
console?
had the alpha on consoles. also.
Exactly, yeah. Did you play it on console?
No,
Because
no.
that
I'm
was
talking
an
about.
alpha.
I had it.
And
I had the alpha and the beta on PC. I
well,
had
let's
it on
face it,
consoles.
DICE was mediocre at that time. I mean, they didn't give two shits in a fuck if it
What do you
was
mean Dice
beta.
is, at that time, Dice,
Not right now. They were then.
No, no, no.
They
Dice,
didn't
Dice was
care.
extraordinarily successful with the Bad Company series.
They definitely were, but at the same time, they weren't listening to what the community on the console side was saying. Of course, the PC got the true beta, and they were happy about that. But console side, we were experiencing constant server crashes, constant server offline error messages, and it was just an alpha. It was really
A
an
lot
alpha.
of that is EA though, not Dice, because
Okay,
EA has
well
to say, this is what you get in the budget for servers. This
Hold
is
on.
it.
You got me. I'm done.
No, you're not done. It's one of those things where EA always underestimates how much is going to be on the server.
I don't think they underestimate it. I just think they are literally. Can we agree on this? They are just ignoring people. They're ignoring people. We've seen it in SimCity. We've seen it in Battlefield 3. We've seen it in Battlefield 4.
Every Battlefield game has had server problems because too many people are logging on.
And we've seen it from the actual EA origin. Whenever games release, the servers are actually down for maintenance. What the bullshit?
Well, didn't
origin?
EA get in the past 2-3 years in a row got the golden turd?
Yeah.
Yeah, for worst company in the U.S. or is it in the world? It's just in the U.S.
It's in the
right?
U.S.
Yeah, I liked their response to that last year. Actually, it was although banks are constantly foreclosing houses, and we have lumber yards here in the U.S. that are breaking down the Amazon forest. Of course, we get the gold turd.
I'm going to say this right now. I don't like the Amazon forest. It's scary.
It's really scary.
It's a very scary place. You go in there, you're likely going to die because there are
Yeah.
so many things that want to kill you there.
Just like Australia. Yeah, I agree.
Australia, recently,
Fuck Australia.
there's a creature that I don't even want to talk about that lives in India and Africa that is the most terrifying thing in the world to me.
What's it called?
I'm not going to mention it because
Is it a special type of chicken?
No, I'll tell you after this because I don't want people going whatever and then Googling it and then not
All right.
sleeping.
It's the windmill
Oh.
spider.
The windmill spider.
Wait, is that it?
No, that's not it.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna Google it.
Windmill spider. See if there is one.
Yeah, there is. Oh, there isn't. Okay. There really isn't. Like, there's literally windmills, and then there's windmill spiders that are just like coils or gears. Yeah, gears for the windmill to spin. So.
And now we know a little bit more.
Well played.
And now you know.
Anyway, new topic. You guys ready for a new topic? I think
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So recently, Borderlands 2 is rumored to have their final DLC somewhere in March or maybe mid-April. It's
When
a
did
bit
Borderlands
spotty.
2 come out?
Are they finally going to put out the thing where we assault the space station?
That I wouldn't know. I haven't read much about it, but IGN has been covering it like fucking no tomorrow. I'm looking up when Borderlands 2 was released for you, but it was. Borderlands 2 had this whole success because, I mean, not just because they were definitely spotted in the gaming community for two things. It was one, their unique color palette, their unique graphics, really, their cartoonish graphics, and definitely their release dates. They released it around a time where everyone was going back to school and work, and really you were rather thirsting for COD, or waiting for Battlefield, or just waiting for more DLC of either
I think
game.
it actually more filled a void where Fallout was.
I wouldn't know that, but
It's not a competitive deathmatch type first. It's an adventure game. It's an adventure RPG. It's not like a competitive shooter.
Right, but this is still about 2 months away from when COD was released. That being said,
It was also a few years after the release of the most recent Fallout game.
Basically, it's Diablo with guns.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd call it Diablo with guns.
I've never played Diablo.
It's Diablo with guns.
Is it cartoonish?
It's cell shaded.
Cell shaded, I wouldn't.
Well, that's what makes it unique, is what I mean, yeah, Borderlands 2 is a bit cartoonish, though. But at the same time, I think part of their success was definitely whenever they release. I mean, it's definitely good to rather release in the summertime or in the wintertime, because that's when the holiday or whenever vacation is for pretty much the world, just about. And they released, in the middle. They literally released in the middle, not in November where COD releases usually, so that way people rather buy it a month later for someone's Christmas gift, or people just buy it for their early gift. I don't know. They released it in a September, in a month that we don't really see many games.
I think that
was kind of brilliant.
That's definitely true for when they released it, but I feel like more and more games are coming out September.
Yeah,
I feel that's a pretty big trend now.
Yeah. You know what? Games have really shifted over from just releasing in the summer, the winter, to, it doesn't matter. They'll release it in March, they'll release it in September. They don't care. GTA 5 was one that released
Games are releasing more and more in January. And January used to be everyone's playing the games they got at Christmas. There are no new games out in January. And then, 2010, Mass Effect 2, one of the biggest games of the year, came out in January.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it. I like having, basically we're getting a AAA blockbuster just about every month now.
Yeah, but at the same time, stop taking my money.
Yeah. It's good, past little while, we haven't had a huge release, so I've been able to catch up on some old games. So that's always nice. But that's the biggest first world problem ever. I got too many games.
Exactly. Steam library. Can't even scroll down quick enough to get my name.
The ultimate first world problem is, why does my money weigh so much? Got all this money, it's so heavy.
Why is this fountain so loud? This fresh drinking water is too loud. Why is it splashing so loud behind me? Damn office.
This water's stale.
I like that one. I've heard a lot about... Foster, you just reminded me. I've heard a lot about old games being, becoming a collection and then being released, remastered.
Yeah.
God of War, I don't know about the entire series. That's a lot.
Never played one.
Neither have I. But I know God of War and Sly Cooper are being remastered, and the collection.
Far Cry collection just came out.
Is being released on the PS Vita, and I didn't hear about the Far Cry edition, Far Cry collection. What is that, like a bundle or what?
The Far Cry, they just. I can't remember exactly what games there are, but I'm pretty sure it's Far Cry 2, Far Cry Blood Dragon. Not sure if Far Cry 3 is in there. I'll check it up right now.
All right.
Blood Dragon.
But yeah, I'm seeing a lot of games about, remastering in HD and then releasing. I want to know, is that actually like a marketing ploy for people, just for them to get another dollar off of it? Or is that really to remaster fan favorites and then release them?
All right, Far Cry compilation is Far Cry 2, Far Cry 3, and Far Cry Blood Dragon.
It's weird because they have that
it's
on
for
Steam.
money. It's for money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like developers don't do it for... And of course there are developers like Mojang that did it just to entertain people. But I feel it's no more... Once again, this is okay to make a profit. It's perfectly fine. Whether or not it's just to make a profit or other reasons along with it. I just find it a bit weird that how they've gone from making the best game possible and hoping to get a good profit to putting all this money in it and getting a huge profit and hopefully they think it's a good game.
I think that we're probably split down the middle now. Like, a lot more companies now are developing games just for pure enjoyment, not profit. And I think that's
Mojang is one of them. I think. Am I right there, or
yeah.
would
Well,
you say so?
independent developers
Mhm.
are. I mean, you look at the indie scene in movies and music, and they struggle a lot. But indie developers, this is their heyday. Indie developers are at the strongest point they've ever been in any medium as far as indie games go.
Yeah, especially with mobile gaming now, it's so easy to get a
Mobile
game out and
gaming, you got
start the.
Steam, Xbox has its indie games, the PlayStation Store has its indie game section, and there's a lot of support. So
Mhm.
it's a pretty big era for indie game developers, and I think that a lot of passion in the video game industry is in the independent field. But I think that there's also a lot of developers like Bungie out there that they understand what they need to do as a company to keep that passion going. And as much as it pains me that they aren't the creators of Halo anymore, I like that they realize that they've sort of lost that passion for that series, and they're doing something that they're very passionate about with Destiny, and that's always good for a company to realize where they
Yeah.
are and adjust accordingly. Too many companies I don't want to name any names because I don't want
Infinity Ward,
it's
Treyarch,
Valentine's Day.
Dice,
Yep.
Bohemian Interactive, one of the
Yeah,
branches we
but
will
Bungie
hopefully
realized
not.
what was happening, so they changed their course, and it's definitely for the best. At least looking at what Destiny is becoming, definitely for the best. You can see the passion that's in that game.
Yeah.
Yep.
See,
I want it so
Silent,
bad.
you were gonna say something?
I want Destiny so bad.
Whoa, hold on. We talked about Halo 2 Anniversary last time, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Officially confirmed.
Really?
Yes, it's been confirmed. And when I say officially confirmed, it came from an odd source. It was Steve Downs, the voice of Master Chief, who said that you can look out for Halo 5 in 2015 and Halo 2 Anniversary later this year. So
Here you go.
Only care if it has the multiplayer.
it looks like
That's
it
what I'm
will.
looking at.
It looks like it will have the multiplayer, and that excites me beyond belief. I was so anti expecting it to have multiplayer. I really didn't expect it to have Halo 2 multiplayer. It looks like they're gonna have Halo 2 multiplayer. If
Great
not, I'll eat
posture.
my
Fucking great. Now I can't play because I have a PS4. Thanks.
words. X-Bone.
So, see, I want to touch on that because there's two games that you guys just mentioned, or we just mentioned, Titanfall and Destiny. People are saying that those are two strong competitors, and is Bungie making Destiny for both systems or no?
It's going to be on everything. It's going to be on. It's going to be
Except
on
for
your
PC,
iPhone.
which I'm
You'll
kind
be
of
able to
annoyed
get it
about.
on Magnavox
that-
Odyssey.
See,
It's gonna be on
why would you
But
do
not
that?
Engage.
Why would you
PC
do that?
though.
Yeah, why would you do that? I can guess optimization and definitely bringing what's not going to be in the game to the PC community. Because face it, if we have the machine to do it, we want the best graphics we can. We want to be able to slide into a new world of graphics. We want to be able to see our own. We want everything that's not really realistic in the time they're given, and what they're really not shooting for. So I can kind of see in that aspect. But if they're not shooting for that and they're not worried about it, then. Like, why? Why? That's my question. But a lot of people are saying Titanfall and Destiny are going to have a lot of competition. And for the most part, PC, of course, will be Titanfall ground.
Wouldn't
while
that
Destiny
be funny
console.
if in 2014 the biggest multiplayer game is Halo 2?
Yep. I mean, Elder Scrolls Online doesn't deliver. Titanfall doesn't deliver.
Like it's totally understand. Like if Halo 2 comes out with Halo 2 multiplayer and Destiny bombs, Titanfall bombs, it will be the #1 game of the year as far as multiplayer goes. Because it's established itself. People know what they're getting with Halo 2. They understand what it offers and how good it will be. With Destiny and Titanfall, there's a lot of promise there, but it's still a big unknown.
Yeah. God damn it, man! I want to play Halo now. I want to play
Get
Halo
an X-Bone! Come on, man!
I don't have $530 to drop.
It's actually, by the time Halo 2 comes out, like the price has already dropped, and it's going to be dropping again to, I think, $400 by
That's the one
I
without
have
the
the money.
Blu-ray.
I definitely have the money, but I don't want to spend it on this.
on this.
Look,
Drop
here's
This
here's what they need to
revolutionary
do.
gaming console. Pfft.
Here's what they need to. Yeah, first world problem. There you go.
They need to drop the fucking Kinect.
Yeah, they definitely do. Look, I
don't
kind
think
of
they
like
need
the
to drop
Kinect
it.
in one
I
one
really-
way. I don't like the pricing of it. I don't like how it's added in. I wish it was still, optional, like how the PS is that what it's called? The PlayStation Eye is optional. But I like having the ability to say Xbox on and it goes on. I like that. I like that.
I don't, because I just have a desk. I can just, put my arm up and push the button.
So I don't like that. Dude, my PS4 is right next to me, and I refuse to touch the fucking button. Because of that metallic damn thing. I don't want to fingerprint it.
I wanted to talk about an experience I had. All right.
Go ahead.
Now I'm gonna paint a
Xbox Bible
picture.
Black.
No, I'm gonna paint a picture here because.
Oh no! Wait! Just for lulz. Xbox off.
My Xbox is off.
Yes.
Xbox sign out.
It can't hear you. Oh, I'm the only person that can hear you. My Xbox thinks I'm talking to myself. My Xbox thinks I'm crazy right now.
Xbox.
The NSA is
Bing.
thinking.
All right.
Bible Black.
All right. Now let me.
That's just for all the listeners that have an Xbox One.
I'm trying to paint a picture. Okay, so this was the moment that I realized my Xbox let me realize that I was in the future. Like I had a moment that was like this moment of realization that holy crap, we're in the future. So I woke up and I wanted to get the DLC for Dead Rising 3 that just came out. I woke up and I was like putting on my sweater. I'm like, oh wait, I don't need my controller. Xbox on, and Xbox turned on, and I said, Xbox go to store, Dead Rising 3, DLC, buy the game, or not buy the game, buy the DLC, and it purchased everything. I was going through all the features and everything with my voice, and I bought DLC with my voice while I was getting ready for the day. That was crazy.
What you didn't see that it bought for you was Bible Black.
Why do you keep saying that? I don't know what Bible Black is? What is it? You never tell. What?
You have to have the balls to search it.
I don't want to search it. It scares me.
So to the viewer, don't search that.
Do it.
He keeps trying to get me to search it. I won't search it.
Then you'll never know what it is.
But it was just one of those cool moments. Whereas, like, I just purchased DLC for a game.
And everyone listening just purchased that DLC too.
Oops, my bad.
Oh, I just got it. Oh my god.
Oh man, sorry for buying. It's the DLC is not the best, but it's good. It's fun. It adds to the game.
They don't have the game. I don't have the game, but I have DLC for it. What is this? I don't know what this is.
Oops. So, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. What else are we going to talk about exactly?
Well, we could talk about the slow and steady decline of China.
Okay.
What? They're declining since when?
China's always been declining.
I disagree.
Their atmosphere, yes, because it's highly toxic.
Yes, but I disagree with the fact that the entire thing has been falling apart. I disagree with that.
I said decline. I never said falling apart.
Declining, I know, but they definitely have had a lot of reach and influence, unfortunately, in places we don't want them to. So, yeah. But what's on your mind, Foster? Tell us about those Chinese people and how you hate them.
Well, I was actually joking, but I mean, you look at the manufacturing output from China. I'm gonna start talking about like stocks and stuff, but it's starting to decline.
Stock talk.
It's actually
Stock talk. Stock talk. I love that. Oh my god, that is my ringtone. Stock talk. Go ahead, Foster, go ahead.
No, never mind. I don't want to talk about China.
Bullshit.
I don't want to talk about China. What? I don't need to talk about China. I was joking about China.
Okay. Oh, you were? Alright.
They are declining, but I was joking. I don't actually want to talk about it.
Alright, no more stock talk. So, a huge... No, I'm just kidding. I was going to go to Twitter stocks. Alright, well, you know what?
It's a company that doesn't make money. How is it so successful?
I don't know. Ad revenue, maybe.
No, what ad revenue? There's no ads. They have maybe like a promoted thing every so often, but there's no way for them to make money. They have to host all these tweets, all these pictures. They can't make money, but they're making money. People are investing in them. What are they investing in? It doesn't make sense. Where's the money coming from? How are they worth so much?
Oh my God, Foster, chill the fuck out!
Foster.
Chill out.
It's magic.
Okay.
Yeah, it's magic. Look, I just got on Facebook and I see this picture of Urban Dictionary alternative phrases to calm your tits. In that case, Foster, instead of saying calm your tits, you can soothe your boobs, de-stress your breasts, undo the calamity that is your memories, adjust your bust before it can bust.
I like that last one.
Give that chest a rest. Akuna your tatas, dude. Don't have a rack attack.
No. Don't have a cow, man.
Easy. Oh man, but, yeah, Foster, chill out.
I wonder how many Foster. I wonder how many people nowadays will actually get that.
Oh man,
Cow man?
Yeah.
Ooh. Man, I don't know. I wonder if like I'm sure that a lot of people still probably get it. I mean, it's
Grey, do you even know what that is?
Don't have a cow man? Grey?
What are you guys talking about?
Do you not know what "Don't Have a Cow Man" is from?
No.
Oh wow. I guess people.
Right?
Wow, that's weird. That was
Filthy
Frank.
Frank?
That was the phrase.
Hell no.
Okay, good. I just got the mental image of filthy Frank having a cow.
Way before him.
Way before. I mean, Simpsons popularized it, but it was even before the Simpsons.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But obviously, he just says, "Don't have a cow, man." So.
Yeah.
Who?
Don't have a cow, man.
Whom says it?
Do we really have to put Grey on trial here?
Yes.
See, look, let's talk about the podcast.
Balls in the frying pan.
Let's talk about this really quick. I think I interrupt you guys because I feel as soon as someone's done talking, there's like a little bit of pause. I'm like, oh shit, it's silent time. I gotta keep talking. So.
You're drunk. Go home.
Yeah, I will. But yeah, I'll make sure. I think we should just. I need to chill out, be more comfortable on the podcast. It's a podcast after all. People are watching. Only one person.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I feel like I've gotten a lot more comfortable with the podcast as we're now in what episode 300.
Yeah, 300 silent. You've been here for about 50 episodes so far, so I think you've done pretty well.
Yeah.
If you guys are wondering what we're talking about, all the series is on SoundCloud, all 350 episodes actually.
Yeah,
we just uploaded it.
Download it. Enjoy. I mean, a lot of you might not know this, but we only have a few episodes on YouTube. There's hundreds on SoundCloud, so go check that out. And if you can't find it, message the CEO of SoundCloud.
Yeah, because it should be on there. We have a deal with him. We're actually promoting SoundCloud right now. So SoundCloud. Give us an ad, SoundCloud.
Xbox,
SoundCloud. Silent, do you listen to SoundCloud? SoundCloud.
I like to listen to the sounds of clouds, yes.
SoundCloud, yes. Silent Cloud.
Okay, so I want to talk about something a little interesting that
okay.
I sent you a link to it. I'm not sure if you checked it out. But there's this guy who set up a Twitch stream where he's got a script where if you type into the chat start, right, up, left, A, B, you can actually control Pokemon. So it's Pokemon, I think it's Pokemon Red and Blue. But you control, the Twitch chat is controlling it. It's currently got 15,000 people all trying to control it at once. And it's like this really unique thing where there's a bunch of trolls who are just trying to get into the menu over and over. But the overwhelming amount of people that are trying to guide the character has actually gotten it to the 3rd gym badge already. And I say already, it's been 2 days. But the fact that 15,000 people are all trying to play this game at the same time, all hitting buttons at the same time, and that they've actually progressed.
Fuck.
How cool is that? It's this giant social experiment, and it's been really cool watching. So I'm going to link it in the chat real quick, Silent, so you can take a look at what I'm talking about here. You type it in the chat, up, down, whatever, and then it goes into the game, and then you control the character, and the amount of people have organized and guided this character. It's called Twitch Plays Pokemon, and it's just this combined force of people who have been playing it, and it's really, really cool to see that.
Dude, This is fucking amazing, man.
How cool is that?
Like,
And
I
It's
had
not
no-
moving.
Oh my god.
Open the Pokedex.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that are doing a lot of different stuff, so it has to. I don't know I don't know the algorithm because it is using algorithms because it's not going up B up B up B up B obviously. So I don't know what it's using. If
I was
it's
watching
the
it
most,
when it was about a couple hundred people. It was all over the place. They couldn't get into a cave. Everything was kind of wacky. But when they got 15,000 people, they started to make some real progress because there were too many people doing the right thing and not enough trolls trying to interrupt it. So they're guiding this character with the force of 15,000 people. This is I love this. This is something that I can picture like Vsauce talking about, as a social experiment, seeing
What
how
Pokemon does he even have?
he's got 4 Pokemon. They've actually caught 3 different Pokemon.
this is amazing.
They're random Pokemon that they just run into, and they're all named like but they Pokemon.
All the Pokemon are having strokes, but they got them.
Yeah.
TM28.
Dude, this is just really fucking amazing. Like, I'm looking at the chat on the right, because on the, 2 days, 2 hours, 2 minutes, 49 seconds, they have been playing.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the chat, because you don't even have to look at the chat to see who's talking. It's just the game, and then to the right, the script. On the script, it's just left, up, B, etc.
Yeah.
It's amazing. This is absolutely just an amazing
When
thing.
it had just a few hundred people, they were trying to get into the cave after Pewter City. What is that? The Moon Cave? Whatever.
Oh man.
Anyway, they were trying to get in and they couldn't because there were too many people like trolling, hitting start over and over again. But because there are so many people now that aren't trolls, they've been guiding it and they've won gym badges. And it's amazing that, if you've ever been playing video games with a friend and your friend's trying to backseat game, it's the most frustrating thing and you can't get anything done. But the fact that 15,000 people are actually, they're actually succeeding in a way is amazing. So I wanted to bring that up. Thought it was really cool. Are you trying to control? You trying to control?
I'm tweeting. I can't believe you hear that. Son of a bitch.
We are still doing a podcast, gents.
Yeah, we are doing podcasts. I just wanted to bring that
My
up
bad.
because I thought it was
My bad.
pretty interesting.
That's just fucking amazing, man. I can't believe... because whenever you talking about it, I just thought it was like, one guy was playing and then people would tell him what to do. But
Nope.
This is fucking amazing.
It is
In fact-
really, really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I would rather have it that people are, subscribers can only do it. So that way there's somewhat...
Well, that way the dude could make a ton of money. But,
Yeah, definitely. What I mean is so that way there's some sort of filter. Of course, there are subscribers that just
I
like
think
to go
it's better
around.
this way because originally when there was a smaller number of people, there were a lot more people who were trying to work against the force, but now it's a river of people trying to do they're trying to actually get through the game, and you
they're
can't
going-
fight against this river now. This
Yeah, like
river is
right now
too
they're
strong.
going through their inventory, looking at all the Pokemon they've caught, looking at the
Why does that
stats.
Rattata know Bubble Beam? How did a Rattata learn Bubble Beam?
I don't know. I don't know what happened here, but
River of Force can't stop this river.
Yeah. it's
Man.
really cool. I love watching this, so I thought I'd bring that up. Now,
Okay, I would like to see, just 30 seconds and then we're done with this topic if you guys want to move on, but I want to see at a rave, all right? Or a concert,
rave.
doesn't matter, a
Concert.
rave. I want to see there's Pokemon on the screen and the crowd yells what they want them to do, yells what like the script has audio and it recognizes
well, there will
audio.
be one douchebag in the
But-
back going,
Yeah, it's like
Xbox,
Xbox Crackle, and I'm come on, man.
Oh,
No,
Buster.
because then that guy's gonna get his ass beat because there's a bunch of other people trying to play fucking Pokemon. So
Have
don't
you
fuck
seen
up.
that news that you remember when those legendaries were leaked? The
Yes.
ones that they had to hack the game for? They're releasing one of them.
Oh,
It is Diancie.
Pokemon DLC. It's so weird.
It is a rock fairy type.
Huh. That's weird. Oh, is that like the sequel to Dwayne The Rock Johnson's movie Tooth Fairy?
So I'm looking at it. It looks
Why
pretty-
did he do that movie?
Pokemon? I don't know what the fuck you're doing with your series, but whatever you do, it's working. It's working to say the least. There you guys go. It looks pretty weird, but sorry, here it is. I put it in Foster's chat,
Yeah.
not the group chat. My bad.
It's
Number 719. Wow.
So Halo 2 Anniversary will probably be the biggest thing that's ever happened on my YouTube channel, so look out for that. And yeah, do you think? I mean, we've been going for quite some time. I think it might be almost time to end the podcast.
Two more topics, and then we're done.
2 more topics. All right, lightning round.
Okay. Who's gonna be the recipient?
Rock paper scissors.
Okay. Put it in the group chat.
All right. You ready for this? Rock paper
All right.
scissors. 3,
Yes.
2, 1, enter.
Son of a bitch. Well, we fucked up Silent with our rocks, so
Silent your hand.
does that mean Silent is the recipient?
Yes, it does.
Oh dear.
It was rock hand, by the way.
Rock hand. Yep. Foster did rock. I did rock. I was the only one that capitalized the R for the whatever proper grammar.
I'm drinking a beaver buzz.
So Silent, you are the recipient.
Yes.
GG.
GG.
Here we go.
So I'm gonna go. All right. So let's go ahead and get up however many questions. Doesn't matter how many questions, but yeah.
All right. So what are we doing?
I'll go ahead and fill the space. I already got 2 questions in
All right.
mind. So while you're creating yours, I'll just fill the space with
Should
Silent
I
here.
create 2 as well?
No. Do as many as you want, but for the meantime, while I'm talking, while you're creating them, I'll have 2, so that way while you're doing, I'll go first. I'll do my first 2 questions. And while
Efficient.
you're doing it, yeah. So Silent, this isn't the lightning round just yet, but I got a question for you.
Sure.
Are you going to be upgrading to any of the next gen consoles?
How?
Yeah, how? I mean, he doesn't exactly.
I don't know. Well, like maybe
he's
come
not
across-
made of money like you, Gray. He's not made of
Well,
money.
it's kind of a bad thing to be made out of money because then you can't take a shower.
Well, it depends. I'm made out of loonies.
But this is my money voice. This is my money voice. This is what I do all my investments in.
This is my money voice. So it's a little bit
Oh yeah,
different.
Foster, do you want to talk about MTV? after this?
No, I can't say anything yet. It's not good.
Animal Planet.
I was on Animal Planet. I was Lemur.
He was a lemur. Pretty crazy. Actually, no, he was a beaver as well for a commercial for Beaver Buzz.
Yep. We're making up stuff now.
What are you talking about, man?
I was legitimately a lemur. I don't know what you're talking about. I threw my.
All right, whatever.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you could, then which one would you go for? Xbox One?
Yep.
Well, Halo 2 Anniversary now.
Yeah, I mean that's a huge selling point for me. I'm thinking Titanfall on the Xbox One, Halo 2, and Halo 5, of course. But then again, I like my PS4. I like it, but I can kind of see why the Xbox One as well, because it's an entertainment hub. It's not just a gaming device anymore.
I'm only gonna use it for gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people do that, but then again, there's like a TV in, an HDMI port, a couple of them.
Yeah, I've been downloading a lot of movies and TV shows and whatnot.
Yeah, it's amazing. It really is amazing to see what Microsoft has been able to do.
Oh, by the way, I completed Peggle. 100% of the achievements. Oh, nice yawn. Thanks for
You want
that.
a hug?
I was pretty proud. I was
want-
I was in like the top 300 people to complete the game. Whatever. Screw you guys. Let's do it.
We got Resogun, so that's like our equivalent of Peggle, really. But I
You
want to
see,
see.
I don't like this. I don't like this we thing. Like, you are this collection, this army of PlayStation. I think we means gamers. Gamers have
It's in like a community.
Do you also have Galgun?
I don't know about that one, but we have.
Google
I-
Galgun.
I don't know if I should.
It is
Well,
funny.
Questions?
okay. Anyway.
I've got mine, by the way.
Well, what I meant was it's just a collection of a community in the PS4 side or on the Xbox side. Either way, but what I meant was we got Resogun as a response to Peggle. So, okay, lightning round. Go ahead, Foster.
All right, so this is my first question. If you could replace any of your current limbs with a robot limb, what limb would you replace?
My left arm.
Left arm, robot arm. Cool. That's badass.
Wait. Can I replace my eyes with eyes that shoot lasers?
No, that's not a limb. Look, you.
Can I replace my left arm with an arm that shoots
You
lasers?
could add a limb, though, if you wanted to add a limb.
I would have an arm coming out of my back that shoots lasers.
Or
No. I would have a robotic tail that shoots lasers.
Yeah, hell yeah! Robot tail, I like that. All right, that leads to the next question. If you could kill off one superhero with your robot laser tail, who would it be?
Captain America.
Captain America, he's dead now. Final question. If you could own any car, even fictional cars, what would you own? Yeah, this one's tough, right? Do. Is that music?
Oh man.
If you
Even fictional, you say.
like, yeah, even fictional. So if you want the
It would be a real car for me though.
from Back to the Future, you got a DeLorean.
Nice.
DeLoreans are
Nice.
terrible cars.
From Back to the Future, you don't need roads, dude.
You can go back in time
Um,
and sell that fucking car.
You don't need roads. Why would you sell it?
Stop yelling at me, Foster!
I like to yell. I had a beaver buzz. I'm all yelly. Oh, Solid thinks what car you don't. I'd like to take this time to trash talk YouTube because when I uploaded my video, people couldn't watch the video. It was a black screen until it fully processed. So I was getting comments about how people couldn't watch it. And then I made it private, trying to figure out what was going on. Once the video completed, once you could watch it in 480, 720, 1080p, then the video came in. But it didn't send out to my sub boxes, so it's got lower views than my other videos. So what the hell?
Oh, man.
So I'm mad at you. Alright, Silent, any car. This is time. You gotta pick. Tough decision.
It is.
Man, I mean, we've got the Vanquish from James Bond, the Aston Martin Vanquish. We got... No? That car it could turn invisible, dude. It was cool. I like it. Screw you. We could have Kid
It'd have to
Knight
be.
Rider. Knight Rider. Great.
A Lancia Stratos.
A what?
Lancia Stratos.
Ooh. Don't know what that is.
Don't care, it's pretty good.
All right. So, Gray, you got questions?
Yeah, I got some. Are you ready for them, Silent?
I think we are all ready because I've got to get going.
Alright, so you are the Korean dictator of North Korea, that is. What do you do as your first act of business?
I blew up North Korea.
You blow yourself up. Right, I like that. You meet Justin Bieber, and you have a full day with him. You don't have to sign an NDA or anything. He doesn't have bodyguards. What do? You can't kill him.
I blow him up.
All right. You are a millionaire. What do you buy to show off your wealth the most prominently? Like, it can be a car, it can be clothes, it can be a superhero suit like Iron Man, whatever.
It's gonna be
North Korea, so I can blow it up.
Oh.
You own Hollywood, swear to God. If he says Korean somehow or other, out of all directors and actors, everything else in Hollywood, who is banned from it immediately? Who do you ban from it?
Michael Bay.
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah.
I agree. I would have said.
Because he blows things up.
Yeah. I would have said. Definitely Medea. Is it Tyler Perry? Thank you, Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry.
It's got to be you.
Well, Silent. Well done. Well played. All right. So, are you guys ready for the next topic?
Next topic. All right. Last topic. Final topic.
Yeah. All right. So this one's gonna be quick. We talk about it a lot. So YouTube, as we know, the state of YouTube.
I'm out.
What is the state of YouTube to you guys?
It's currently being blown up.
It is the 51st state of the United States of America. It has a population.
No, what is the state of it? Like, it's falling apart, or is it going...
Oh, no, it's not falling apart at all. I think from a gamer's perspective, you can see it that way. But I think from Google's perspective, it's their strongest force. It's the most... It makes them the most money. It has the biggest brand appeal. It has the widest audience. There's no way that they view it as falling apart. The only people who view it as falling apart are content creators who are trying to get going, like me and like you and like a lot of other people who might be watching this. That's the only people who see it as falling apart. From a standpoint of it just pure value in its brand, it is possibly one of the strongest brands that we have on the planet. I think I saw a report that it was more recognizable universally than Coca-Cola. So it's not falling apart at all. It's extraordinarily strong, and that's a little scary that it's so strong that they kind of are ignoring the places where it definitely needs work, like people like me who upload and then don't get their friggin' video sent to their subscribers, or upload it and all people get is audio and no video. I don't like that part. But it's one of those things where it's very strong and it's not going anywhere for a while.
Right. Okay, never mind. I was going to say it is, but fuck that.
Well, you look at the universal gram that it has, and the fact that Google is behind it.
Yeah.
It's the most powerful thing on the internet. Nothing comes close. Facebook doesn't come close. Because Facebook is just Facebook. YouTube is YouTube, and Google, and Android, and it is way too powerful. And it's a love-hate relationship for gaming YouTubers or YouTubers.
Definitely, man.
Because it allows you to share your videos with hundreds, thousands of people.
But that's changed. The
It's
people
better
have
than the old
changed.
days, though. Because
It isn't.
You would
The community.
in the old days, if you made a video, you had to convince 5 guys to allow them to show your video to 200 guys. On YouTube, you upload it, and then the people view it. You don't have to go through all these hoops to get it viewed.
I will say that was for money. If you wanted to earn money, you got to get signed up on a network and be able to make the best content, or just have a good reputation like Junkyard, and be able to get, if they want to go into Dropbox and pick a random video and you have a good reputation,
when I'm saying
they're
the
going to pick
old
you.
days, I'm talking about before the internet. Like when you had to go to film festivals and hope that maybe 20...
I'm talking about YouTube. I'm talking about YouTube, Foster.
It was better before they started to kind of make their site more difficult to become successful. But
so we're back on YouTube. Good.
Yeah, but I mean, before YouTube existed, before the internet was this medium for sharing content, you couldn't share content. You could not create a gameplay video and get a bunch of people to view it. I created VHS tapes of Halo glitches, and maybe 5 people in the world saw them. I create the same exact glitches, put them on YouTube, I've got tens of thousands of views on them. That's amazing. And that's why it's better now for content creators than it was back then, but it's also harder for content creators to really get successful than it was 5 years ago on YouTube.
So I will say that I can agree with you on some aspects. I disagree with you on the, we are supposed to stick strictly to just YouTube, not film festivals.
Well,
but I will
YouTube
say
took the place of film festivals. If you are an independent creator, you create on YouTube now. You do not create on Sundance Film Festival. You don't go to all these places. You don't go to the Toronto International Film Festival. You create content for YouTube or the internet. You have your website. That's how it's done now. And YouTube is the one that revolutionized that. And because of that, I am incredibly thankful, because I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know how to pursue this career if YouTube wasn't around, if the internet wasn't around. I would be at a loss. I live in Canada. I live in Vancouver, which is a big film part of Canada, but it's still not the wide reach that YouTube has. You would have to be a successful director to get hundreds of thousands of views, and on YouTube, you can be anybody and get hundreds of thousands of views. Regardless of the amount of difficulty, the fact that you can be anywhere in the world creating videos and become famous. Look at PewDiePie. If he lived, like, where does he live? Sweden, Italy? He's moved around a bit, but
Sweden, yeah.
If you didn't live in LA, you couldn't become PewDiePie famous. But the fact that he's European and has that appeal from working in his own house, that is kind of a beautiful thing.
People really like the Swedes on YouTube.
Yeah, I've got a lot of Swedish viewers, so shout out to them.
Love you guys.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, Foster, well said. See,
thank you.
I just don't like YouTube anymore. I really don't. I liked it whenever because they're changing things on about. Look, what YouTube does is they are changing the site off of the outliers, the 3% that were very, very abusive with the, how do I say, the copyright with, they weren't treating copyright correctly. They were very abusive to it. They were making money off of things that weren't theirs.
Yeah.
And they're changing things off of the outliers, and that's bad. That's really bad for their site because they really don't realize not everyone does it.
Is there any company as two-sided as YouTube now? That you get so much from, but you also get so much taken from? I think YouTube has really...
Facebook?
Well, you don't really get anything from Facebook.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
From a consumer standpoint and a content creator standpoint, they give you the world, and then they take it away from you periodically, and it's so frustrating. It's one of
Yeah.
those things, too, where I feel like, a couple of years ago, if I was starting to get a little success on YouTube, if I was starting to get more views, I thought, hey, that means I can relax a little bit, take more time with my videos, and try to craft... I don't want to sound snooty, but, kind of craft my art. But now it's like, hey, I'm getting more success on YouTube. Now I have to work 10 times harder to keep that up. So it sort of changed in that regard. But I actually do have to get going because people are waiting on me.
All right, well, this has been a great podcast, guys. Well done.
Yep.
Probably the best we produced so far, just like every other podcast.
Yep, the best. All right.
Yeah.
Until
So thanks for joining us. Go ahead, Foster.
Until next time, this is Foster the Canadian. GreyShamrock, Silent Despair, would you like to take us out on a creepy note?
Oh, sweet dreams, sweet dreams.
Okay, I'm not going to have sweet dreams now. Later.
Later, guys. Take it easy.